Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's the Entrepreneurs here, and today what we'll be doing is we'll be continuing our investing with Max series. If you guys have not watched the previous video, I highly suggest you guys go watch that now. As a disclaimer, this is just for educational purposes only, and if you're looking for financial advice, I highly suggest you seek out a registered financial advisor. That makes sense? Let's get started. All right, let's go here. Share my screen. So, very interesting, guys, what's happening this year. And I'll walk through it and show you guys what's going on. But essentially, what you can see here for weed, this is very momentous day that you can actually see why it's a big gap up, or not even a gap up, but like look at this trading day. It was trading at 11 million, right? But going over to Rev Capital, you can see right now the last trading day change is 1.5%, or 1.5 cent, and change percent is 11.54. You can see here, but I know it's been like I would say almost 4 weeks or 6 weeks when I did the last video, so there was a lot of changes that occurred. And what you can actually see here is that you on April 30th, right? It was a very important day, and I'll show you that later on. It did a gap up, or it did spike up the next day. You can see here. So this is, I guess, the 29th, and the 30th was the green day, and it was trading at 165K. Then after that, a red day on the next day, so only 38K of traded volume. Then May 2nd, and so forth, right? So did got that. Then you can see here that it's kind of like leveling it out, and you can see there's no real support and resistance, just because it's just leveling out and it's trading sideways as of its current time. So you can see that the volume here, and you can see from 12.5, 12.5 cent, and you can see here from 14 to 15 cents. That would be the support resistance, but you can see here it's kind of a little bit choppy, as you can see, but for Rip Capital. And also, if I go to Rip Capital, so I'll go back here and look at the latest update. So yeah, you can see just filed 2 reports, insider filing reports here for Richard, Laura, Richard again, but yeah, not much going on in terms of changes for Riv Capital internally. So but it's been very volatile. You can see here, look at the spread. So from 12 cents is the somebody's trying to buy, then after that somebody's trying to sell out 14.5 cents, right? So look at the spread from 12.5 to 14 cents. That's a big gap, right? So you can see just the volatility of this stock when somebody fills the order at 12 cents, so it'll go significantly down, or when somebody tries to buy at 14.5 cents, right? So it significantly goes down. You can see that the changes is quite significant. And going over to, let's see here, going back, trading view. So Lifeist, big news for Lifeist is that they did a consolidation, reverse consolidation here. So now you can see it's at 10 cents. But before, remember, it was like 0.5 cents or 1 cent. But they did a consolidation, and it's been trading downwards ever since that announcement and that change. If I go to CEO.ca and I double check to see what people are saying, we can see. So this is the old ticker. Used to be called Namaste, but you can see consolidated. So they did a 10-to-1, but still be at penny, better left untouched. So if I go Lifeist here, let's see. First week into the reverse split, and we held, folks. I'll take that as a win. If this group can band together $200 each every couple of weeks, we could get there by 2026 unless we get a huge raise. That's inevitable. Only $4 more to go after that for me to break even. Level 2 resistance looking thinner, and Joe Biden's memory nice. NR should be us moving close to 15 cents. Sellers not looking for strong today, so slowly gearing up to move here. Life is bag holders, So that was the major thing that happened for Lifeist or Namaste, is that they did a reverse split. So it's a 10-to-1 reverse split. So just heads up on that. That's why you're seeing 10 cents now as opposed to 1 cent. It's because of that. So they're still down quite significantly, but we'll see what's going to happen in the next few weeks and months, just because there's a lot of things that are going on, and the rescheduling of the MJ. I'll share that later on here, but yeah, it looks promising, but stock's still super down if you're long. PLGB, so you can see here, I guess it's up 25 cents last trading day, but not much action, very choppy. Volume is super low. Last trading day, you can see here 57K volume, but here you can see 18, right? So not very, I guess you can say, interesting stock to follow as of its current time. And if I go to CEO.ca, let's look at BLGB and let's see if there's any updates. So BLGB, where are you at? Right here. So garbage company, May 21st. Okay, what did it say here? Just filed a news error document. So if you want to take a look at that, the MD&A, definitely click on it and check out what's going on. But yeah, a lot of people has a negative perspective on the stock here as of its current situation. And weed, so right now it's down 1 cent, 0.08%, but you can see here this gap on, this trading volume, this green wick, it's 11.34 mil traded in this one day, so super interesting day. They did have a, what you can call a, basically when the stock halts and you can't trade it, so that happened this day, and it was big news that happened here. Okay, so I'll show you that later on, but yeah, you can see here, so major green wick, green day, then the next day red day, then it kept on going down, then it went to a different support resistance, then you can see it looks like a cup and handle here, then after that, now it's just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 red days. Then the last trading day was a green day, so we'll see what happens next week. But yeah, if we go to co.ca, we go weed again, there's a lot of people actually talking about this, so a lot of people are active, and some people are saying have some faith in yourself, check out 12.37, nice 5 million volume candlestick wick. So yeah, a lot more chatter as opposed to a couple months ago. Before this channel was dead, but now we're seeing some traction, so that's very interesting, and the volume is starting to pick up again. So if I go to weed here, you can see, this day was major volume, but even before this, from April, right? Like, look at the volume. If you compare it, the volume compared to, let's say, March, let's say the green day here, 1.5, and look at this now, is at 3 million, 15 million, 7 million, 2 million, 5 million. So yeah, we're seeing a lot more interest this time, and as like what I said before, once the volume start to pick up, that means there's more interest. And normally, from what I see in the past, is stocks tend to be more volatile. It could be either go all the way up, so bullish, or it could go all the way down, right? So just a heads up on that. So stock is gonna become more volatile as opposed to just regular downtrend. You can see more of an uptrend, and you can see here from this line to this line, it's seeing different support and resistance. So even from here, the support and resistance here to here, like it's going up incremental. Yeah, all right, ACB, kind of following the same pattern as with weed, the big three. You can see here, April 3rd, it was, that's when it started to pick up. Then after that, again, April 30th, very big number or very big day for the cannabis space. Then yeah, you can see from here to here, here to here, so it's incrementally going up, right? As you can see there, and volume is picking up, so huge indication that there's something brewing. And if I go to ACB here, so yeah, you can see Oral cannabis just filed. Okay, just filed something. So up. Still in the great shape. So solid strength at the bottom. 3 months. Got 1K ACB. Da 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 da. And here are the cannabis stock monthly performance. And this is what you can see right now. Oh, wow, ACB is up 114%. CGC 97, 48%. Da 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 da. Okay. Last one is Tilray. Tilray hasn't been following, like, I guess you can say, the ACB and weed, like just because of this gap down. Like, look at it, this major gap down, but it did follow like the April 30th because it was a big news for everybody in the US space. And I'll show you that again later on, but you can see gap, then it went down and went to a different support and resistance here. And if I go to Tilray and I go to messages here, so currently it is down. You can see 1 cent, 0.4%. Looks like Soli brand introduced new cannabis infused warming deep tissue stick. So they are having a lot of PR press release talking about what's going on in the business and etc. Then Tilray brand announced at the market program to fund strategic creative acquisitions and accelerate expansion plan upon U.S. cannabis rescheduling when effective. So yeah, so that's what they are right now. But yeah, going over to this news on April 30th, because what went on here that made the stock jump super high, right? Some of them went to like 1,000, not 1,000%, but almost 100%. So it was pretty insane for that day. So if I go to here, so you can actually find this in the threads here. So if you go to the channel, you'll be able to see the DEA agrees to reschedule marijuana under federal law in historic move following Biden's directed health agency recommendation. So this was actually posted on April 30th, 2024. So it says here that the DEA has made a historic decision agreeing with the top federal health agency and proposing to move marijuana from Schedule 1, right? So currently from 1 to Schedule 3 under the Controlled Substance Act (CSA), the Justice Department confirmed on Tuesday. The decision comes more than 50 years after cannabis was first listed as a strictly prohibited drug on par with heroin and defined as a substance with no known medical value and a significant abuse potential. So moving marijuana to Schedule 3, as recommended by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, also carries major implication for state legal cannabis businesses. If it's ultimately implemented, it will mean that marijuana firms can officially take federal tax deductions that they've been barred from under the IRS code known as 280E. So yeah, so basically it just talks about the Attorney General, then affairs, proposed rescheduling. But basically what this means, guys, is that instead of being part of the, heroin or, fentanyl category, it's going to be in Schedule 3. So that's similar to, I believe, like Tylenol in Schedule 3. Like similar to those drugs, right? So that's a huge reclassification for MJ, and that's why you saw here that the stock went ballistic, right? You can see here ballistic. So if you go to weed, same thing. If you go to ECB, the same day, same thing, right? So majority of the stock were hitting those 90% increase, 80% day uptick is because of that. And going over to fast forward, so this was on April 30th. So if I go over to May 16th, this is the latest update. Biden makes historic marijuana rescheduling announcement, applauding monumental move to reverse long-standing inequities. President Joe Biden has announced that his administration is officially moving to reschedule marijuana under federal law, applauding the monumental action that follows an extensive administrative review that he directed. The Justice Department will soon post its proposed rule to move cannabis from Schedule 1 to 3 under the Controlled Substance Act in the Federal Register. A senior administration of official said on Thursday there will then be a 60-day public comment period before the rule is potentially finalized. This is monumental, Biden said in a video announcing the rescheduling news today. My administration took a major step to reclassify MJ from a Schedule 1 to 3 drug. It's an important move towards reversing long-standing inequities. Today, the announcement builds on the work we've already done to pardon a record number of federal offenses for simple possession of MJ. He said it adds action with taking to lift barriers to housing, employment, small business loans, and so more for tens of thousands of Americans. So yeah, this is the video that he made. But yeah, so very, very important, right? So huge news for the MJ space in the US. And this one here is the latest. So on May 21st, so this is what it looks like: scheduling of controlled substance, rescheduling of marijuana. So agency drug enforcement administrator, so the DEA, Department of Justice, notice of proposed rulemaking, then the summary of it, right? So this is all the information that you need. So dates, address. For more information, supplementary information, posting of the public comments, then yeah, legal authority. So very, very interesting, guys. So this is huge. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more investors coming into the MJ space, because I know in the past few years it was very, very volatile and it was actually on a downtrend, right? Just because a lot of investors either A, lost confidence, or B, they're not sure when this will happen, this rescheduling or legalizing of the MJ in the US. So this is huge news, and yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys, and hopefully, hopefully you make informed decisions and we can see bulls come in and see the SP go up again. Just because I'll show you here of what my current standing is now for my MJ portfolio, one of my account, and I'll show you here. So for Lifeist, you can see it's down almost like, I want to say 100%, but 98.35. So down 13,599 and 82 cents. And Riv Capital is down 87.41%, 885 and 55 cents. So essentially unrealized loss around almost 15K, right? So 96.67%. But with those news coming out, we might see a reversal and see the stock go up again. But until then, if you guys have any questions, just comment down below or direct message us. But yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen in the next few weeks or months. Hopefully it's positive and we see the parabolic of what we saw in that one day on that one big news. So you can see here, boom, right? Went insane, right? Weed smell, boom, all right? It hit different support and resistance and different level just in one day. So we might see that again, but until then, can't wait. Have a good day.